Shalom, shalom to the 144,000, the elect. Before I get started, let me give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rokah Kudash. Double honor to the apostles of nails and great millstone. Peace and blessing to the brothers that are preaching the truth in the four winds of the earth. And Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, have mercy upon you. I seen it a little earlier on which is this guy, what's his name? Tyler James Robinson. He which is the alleged shooter of Charlie Kirk. He's makes his first court appearance. But I first seen this here on Australian news before it was on Australian news, unless I missed it, but I don't think I did. But Australian news had this here news first, and people was viewing it on that. And I think it got over 1 million some views already. This was 6 hours ago, so I waited and it came up. So now I decided to do a video because I was looking at the young man Tyler, and he was just sitting there. He wasn't moving on Australian news, but when I turned it on this ABC news right here, he actually leaned forward and said his name, Tyler James Robinson. So this is why I decided to do a video on this. Decided to do a response off this video here, right? It said alleged Charlie Kirk shooter makes first court appearance. So let's start it up. Let's start it over and then let's hear it out.
Now reporting, David Muir.
Good evening. We're coming back on the air because the suspect charged with the killing of conservative activist Charlie Kirk is making his first court appearance in Utah 4th District Court at this hour. It's a virtual appearance, which is standard in Utah. You can see him there on the lower left-hand side of your screen. A short time ago, Utah County Attorney Jeff Gray revealed his plan to seek the death penalty against the suspect Tyler Robinson. Let's listen to the judge.
Calling case 251-403-576. State of Utah versus Tyler James Robinson. Could you state your name?
Tyler James Robinson.
Thank you for being here, Mr. Robinson. I'm Judge Graff. Mr. Scortis.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. You're probably already aware of my presence.
The judge actually told the man, "Thank you for being here."
That's why I'm here. But if not, I am not entering an appearance. I'm not counsel on this case. I'm working with the county to get counsel assigned, but we need you to allow for the appointment of counsel.
Thank you, Mr. Scortis. I want to go through the qualifications
Absolutely.
For indigency, but that is my intent, Mr. Scortis.
Very well.
And I thank you for being here. So, Mr. Robinson, you have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, the court can appoint an attorney to represent you. I have reviewed your declaration of financial status and find that you are indigent. I'm provisionally appointing a Rule 8 qualified attorney to represent you on your case, Mr. Robinson. Along with the filing of their appearance of counsel, the assigned attorneys must file declarations with the court that outline their qualifications under Rule 8 and Rule 8C. Under Rule 8B and Rule 8C for counsel appointment in a case where death may be a sentencing option. I'm ordering that those declarations be filed prior to the next hearing date, which is set for September 29th at 10 a.m. Mr. Robinson, I also wish to inform you of your rights against self-incrimination. Anything that you say in court today could be used against you, and we want to protect your constitutional rights. Mr. Robinson, at this time, you will remain in custody without bail. Mr. Scortis, is there any other points that you wish to address?
No, thank you very much, Your Honor.
Turning to the state.
Yes, Your Honor. Chad Grunander for the state. I'm also joined, and they're listed as attendees, Ryan McBride, Lauren Hunt, David Sturgill, and Chris Ballard. We are the trial team on this case. I do have a few points I'd like to bring up with Your Honor. We have filed a pretrial protective order on behalf of Erica Kirk. We would ask the court to
A pretrial protective order for Erica Kirk. How is she? I mean, that's Charlie Kirk's widow, right? Well, alleged widow. I mean a widow, you know. But we just say what it is. Oh, these people go through. I mean, hey man, this is the American court system, man. You know, you got to. Hey, I bet they all standing in line, boy, trying to get and be involved in this case right here, boy, because they're gonna make a lot of money, boy. They're gonna make a lot of money.
review that. It should be in your queue, Your Honor, and sign that.
Thank you. I have reviewed the pretrial protective order and will be issuing this pretrial protective order in favor of Erica Kirk. Is there any other business that we need to address today, counsel?
Just for the court's information, we did file just recently, within the last few minutes, a notice of intent to seek the death penalty that was filed by Utah County Attorney Jeff Gray. So that should be in the court's file. Lastly, I would just indicate to the court and to, at this point, Mr. Robinson, that we are prepared to...
How many of you all knew that Charlie Kirk's ex-wife, which is Erica Kirk, how many of y'all knew that she was the I think she was she was the Miss Arizona of USA. Miss Arizona. And not only that, she's what? She's a ministry leader and entrepreneur. How many of you all knew that? I guess she's some type of a pastor. I didn't know that. I didn't know who this man was here. I mean, I think I heard the name before. I think I heard Trump say this man's name before, but I never know who this guy was. Actually, I mean, he wasn't in my spotlight before he got deleted. I didn't pay this guy no attention. Hey, it is what it is. So I don't guess this is the guy that they're using for that division and making the people making it that division, because y'all losing y'all minds, man. You know, y'all Americans are losing y'all mind. You Negroes, I don't understand you. I mean, I really don't understand you. Stockholm syndrome, boy, it's at a level of with the Pastor Hart showed the video. I think he was playing the video. I think the first brother that did the video was South Carolina 08. And this woman on here just crying and crying and crying. Then you got the coon or whatever his name is. What that dude? Gotta wipe my choice of words, you know. Nah, but hey, you know, I don't give a damn no way. Cause some, you know, they took all they gonna take from me anyway. What you gonna take from me now? Just put another page up.
Collect all of the discovery in this matter and get that turned over to the defense as soon as possible. Rule 16 requires us to provide what we have relied on in charging the information in bringing these charges within 5 days once it's requested. So that'll be prepared to disseminate to the defense.
Hey man, now all they gonna do now is just talk and run their mouth. And this guy's now, I skimmed through it. He didn't move again. Let's go here, cause all they doing is just filibustering like they do, and you know most people don't want to hear all that no way. So I'm gonna skip down 2.5 minutes, and I'm gonna go from here.
Acres reveals where hypers.
Got a commercial. 1 second.
He can have representation. The county attorney saying Robinson will face those 7 charges, including aggravated murder, obstruction of justice, and witness tampering. Our team is standing by with new reporting on the case. We'll have much more coming up on World News Tonight. For many of you, we rejoin your local news here in the East, and for those of you in the rest of the country, we'll see you a short time from now for World News Tonight. Good day.
This has been a special
It's not over, y'all.
from ABC News.
It's not
All right,
over.
we continue the breaking news coverage here on ABC News Live. Reports the man who stands accused of murdering Charlie Kirk is making his first court appearance. It's happening right now. There you are looking at 22-year-old Tyler Robinson. I want to see if, and I'll let my control room guide me through this here, if we're able to listen in momentarily. Okay, let's take a listen in as this court hearing is playing out.
Presence of a child. Count 3. Obstruction of justice, a second-degree felony in violation of Utah Code Annotated 76-8-306 sub 2, in that on September 10, 2025 in Utah County, the defendant Tyler James Robinson, with intent to hinder, delay, or prevent the investigation, apprehension, prosecution, conviction, or pursuant to any person regarding conduct that constitutes a criminal offense, conceal or remove the firearm used to shoot Charlie Kirk, and the conduct that constitutes an offense would be a capital felony or a first-degree felony. Count 4, obstruction of justice, a second-degree.
All right, y'all will see this in, y'all can go to it. It's on ABC News, whatever. I don't know. I might put a little more, but I gotta go over the comments, y'all. Gotta go over the comments. Let's see what the comments say here. Okay, what's his name? Whether I don't know, y'all. That was the most civilized court hearing I've ever heard. Every single person was polite to each other. Yeah, he say, "Thank you for being here, Mr. Tyler James Perry. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here." Oh my goodness. Okay. MJ say, "Did the judge tell him thank you for being here?" Exactly, man. Let's click on these replies here. Exactly. Thank you for being here. He did. Probably just something he does without thinking about it after thousands of cases. He said, yeah, he's professional. Try it out someday. It was an expression of gratitude. He should have put a long pause before being here. Liberal judge, he could have possibly said, "We are all here now," or anything. Yes, thank you for being here is coming. Wow, he didn't say all. He said he told the young man Tyler, thank him for being here. He didn't say the whole room. Okay, Shane said, why? Because of the word, Charlie, you said freedom of speech is only for some people. Like you praise someone being murdered because of the words he said, yet cry when you get fired for your work. Hey man, they had let it. You know what? I love it. All I've seen is a bunch of queers and a bunch of women getting fired for running their mouth. And you know what? It's about time. It's about time women be held accountable for what they say. It is about time. And if they got to use my man him what's his name, Charlie Kirk, they got to use him for that purpose. That's a marvelous thing. It's a marvelous thing. Didn't the left do the same thing to the right during the time when what's his name, the president's name, when he was in office? What's his name? Damn. It don't matter, y'all. Y'all know who I'm talking about anyway. They did the same thing to them, right? Exposed them and it was putting them out there. Now the tides have turned. You know, each side get their turn, y'all. Y'all don't know that by now. Just like the Republicans get their time in the White House, the Democrats get their time in the White House. This is what they do. You know, y'all might well be sitting down watching a tennis match because they're going back and forth, and a lot of you numbskulls sitting here believing it. All this crap that you hear and see on this television. What that is, Obadiah 1 and 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought out? Huh? Through what? the prophets. That's how. Right? The inner workings of what? Of Esau's Edom witchcraft. Which is what he's casting on the people, man. And these are the things that most people just not aware of, man. They just want some form of negativity, something to gripe and to go in on, and to act a fool over. But now you're getting it though. Okay, Mike says even the Utah judge looked stoned. Really, as a fellow Utah, I can tell you that the judge saying thank you for being here is classic LDS personality. Whatever that means. Member of Light say, dude looked everything up but the consequences. Let's see something. He talking about the dude Tyler, I guess. Yeah, Tyler. He said Mormons don't have youth pastors, so he's a Mormon. That's a first. This is Sarah. Sarah Coleman say Mormons don't have youth pastors. Source, I'm a Mormon. Who are you even talking to? I mean, where that come from? I mean, I with Sarah, this young lady Sarah Coleman. So she trying to say that he's a Mormon? I don't think Mormons act out in that manner. Hey, it's some Mormons live down the street from me, a few houses down. And they got a big old lot down there. So they no, well, I don't know, y'all. I don't know anything about this. I'm just reporting the news, y'all. Blowing the horn. Why let me see, Karen says, why are flags at half staff for Kirk shooting and not for the school shooting? I don't know, y'all. I'm just reading comments, y'all. Tazo Mana says, I don't agree with Kirk at all, but this is tragic. Gotta see the replies right here, y'all. Somebody says, Kirk danced on the graves of children to build his little empire. Irony, not tragedy. Where did he get that from? TF, who is that? Say he danced on the graves of children to build his little empire. I don't. Maybe somebody can explain it to me. I don't know what he's talking about. Unless my mind went blank on it. It said at all, you don't agree with free speech. You don't agree black people can be whatever they want to be. Here we go, y'all. Here go the division. See? The division, like I said earlier, as Tyler James Robinson makes his court appearance, Americans division it increases. So they getting more and more divided. The more they show this guy on television, and the more they talk about him, and the more people get laid off on the left. The more they get laid off, the more division that this thing is creating, man. So that's the signs of what, man? A race war. That's all that is. The signs of a race war. What is it? TNY? Because I thought you could say Tiny Boy. You know why? You know I in there. Wanna rep your homie? Skis say, what if that was what you or your family, for freedom of speech getting deleted for what? For no reason, just for freedom of speech. That's just crazy. Hey, Trump them getting their revenge back now, boy. They doing what? I ain't on no left or no right. I'm just an observer and reporting what I see and what's about to take place, because judgment will. Look, all of this here that we see that we going over. What that is, Amos 3:6 says Trump will be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid. Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? So the Most High is orchestrating all of the madness that you are seeing. What are you talking about, brother? The Lord The Lord orchestrated. Yeah, man, the Lord orchestrating all this here, man. Nothing happens by chance because the Heavenly Father and ain't no Satan fighting against the Most High. Oh my goodness, man. Okay, Margaret Cooper said, an ABC reporter spoke on camera today, marveling about the intimacy between the shooter and his partner, and about how touching it was hearing the shooter call his partner my love in a series of electronic messages with him as he confessed to his crime. Oh, so he one of them, huh? He one of them ABC guys. I will never watch anything from Disney and ABC again. How you gonna say that when you just ABC News right here? I would never watch anything from Disney or ABC again. This is just a bridge too far. After 63 years of watching, I'm done. Yeah, but you comment on ABC News at this present moment. What a fool. Somebody say, what a fool. Okay. The Northwest Repair says, do not delete the shooter. He needs to talk first. Don't we want to know who hired him? Good question. Okay, John Doe says, they got that boy in suicide cell with the turtle suit on. Talking that little green vest he got on. That must be a suicide. I'm not aware of. I've never been in a suicide pad. So I guess someone knows better than me when it comes to being in one of those. That's no suicide. I thought suicide have your hand. You have your hands covered. I mean, your hands are on the inside. His hands not on the inside of that vest. Like a vest, some kind of vest he got on. So I don't know though. But hey, anyway, let me see. Kevin says sad that a 22-year-old had ruined his life. Let's see some replies. Juicy stuff always in the comment, y'all. Sad that a 31-year-old father lost his life. But they back and forth, boy. They back and forth. Says sad that a 22-year-old has ruined his life. And the dirty bubble said what? Sad that a 31-year-old father lost his life. Multiple lives. 1 and 3-year-old lost their father. And others. You see, if you put yourself out there spouting hate, he say, doesn't that come with the territory seriously? If he kept his gob shut, meaning I guess mouth shut, he'll probably still be alive. Here we go, y'all. There go another one. There go another one. And cause a lot of them people that lost their job for comments, y'all. Not for what speaking. Most of them are leaving comments on what? On these things, and they're losing their job. Mariah says, sad that he had, man, women, y'all have to be whatever they're gonna do to y'all, they gotta go and do it to you, cause y'all hard headed as hell. Y'all just think you've been getting away with raising hell, excuse me, and doing what the hell you want to do and getting away with it. But those days are, can you tell that those days are slowly coming to an end? Mariah says, sad that he has no soul, and went on to describe a beautiful, smart, decent man of God. I don't know about all that. Not to mention those poor young children lost their father. Yeah, what about all the children that are getting over there in Palestine that they deleting over there? The dirty bubble say, oh, but Kirk absolutely said it was well worth school children dying in order that Kirk, can have a gun. Do your research before you open your. So I guess they're saying that he's must have been talking about Kirk talking about the rights to bear arms, and someone was saying, well, that there are children dying. But he's saying that what? He said, oh, but Kirk absolutely said it was well worth school children dying in order that he, Kirk, can have a gun. So hey, this is where we at, y'all. Let me see. Super says, in a week time, how life changed just because of hate. Wow. You just would know he's thinking I'm on the dumbest people on earth, which is American people. You just know who he's thinking. I'm one of the dumbest people on earth. Hey, American people is the dumbest people on the planet. And the world knows that. Rob says, I doubt it. He planned it and did it. I say he's what? Actually somewhat happy. Rob says, yeah, but he planned to get away with it. According to text, he was what, scared. Yeah, he was. I guess that it was rumored that he was text messaging his lover or his friend, best friend, but we know is a lover, and that they got some texting between them. They said it actually said it in the where the judge said it. Someone said it, I don't know who, I can't remember who said it, but it was said in this video here. What that the one? They the same one because they playing the same thing over and over. But like I said, the reason I clicked on this one right here is because they actually had Tyler James Robinson speaking. So, Kama says, according to text, he was what, scared his dad would be mad the gun was what was missing. So he used his father's gun to delete the man. Triple Cup, we need to stop treating left and right like football teams. How you gonna stop that? They have got us blanking each other and fighting our brothers. You are only hurting America as a whole when you let the media and these politicians gas you up. There goes somebody with some sense right there. Somebody got a reply. They say, on June 14 of 2025, Minnesota State Representative Melissa Hartman, oh yeah, was assassinated in a shooting at her home in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, United States home. Yeah, that happened a few months ago. Those senators and stuff that we got. I think only one person died. This is Hoffman, the leader of the state House Democrat caucus, was deleted alongside her husband, Mark. Earlier that morning, State Senator John Hoffman and his wife were shot in their home in nearby Chaplin and hospitalized. Yeah, okay. So I guess a couple died and a couple lived. I remember, but I thought I remember one person being gone. I didn't do a thorough investigation on it. I don't even think I made a video on it. Anyway, Johnson says, when the state said they are seeking the death penalty, the way he rolled his eyes knowing he's a goner, game over, dude. Anyway. Alright, y'all, let's go to the precepts. That's enough talking about young Tyler. I was trying to get, let me see, can I get his get a better view of them. I think that'll be cool. I mean, they're gonna put the hell they want to put on there anyway. So let's start with Obadiah, which I quoted before I actually let's start with Obadiah 1 and 6, because they're gonna keep this distraction and they're gonna keep pushing out this confusion in Babylon, which is America. They're gonna keep doing it. So Obadiah 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are the things searched out? Meaning again, like the what did I say? The inner workings of what? Of his wickedness. That he used his witchcraft. How are the things of Esau, Edom searched out? Huh? You know, most of the world are blind to what? To the overall effects that Esau, Edom has over what? The majority of the population in America. Because why? The best understanding concerning any matter or issue is from what? One of the prophets. They're giving you what? Giving you news reports, and in the process giving you news report, giving you what? Giving you scriptures to what? Give you a greater and better understanding concerning the overall subject of what it is that we're going in on. Right? How are the things of Esau, Edom, searched out, which is the so-called white man? How are the hidden things sought up? Real quick, let's go to let's go to Luke. What I want, Luke, hold up. Luke 8. Damn. Y'all bear with me, y'all. Let me. Oh shit. Luke 8 and verse. Let's see, 8 and. Luke 8 and 17. And it reads, "For nothing it is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad." So anything that has taken place or that will take place, these things are what will by the prophets of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, they're going to give you what? They're going to give you that true understanding concerning the matter, man. Concerning the matter of what's going on. Concerning what the matter meaning what? The overall just say alleged Charlie Kirk shooter makes his first appearance, and you know they're going to keep this thing because this thing is heavy, and they're going to continue to push it because it's creating even a larger division amongst the people. They are looking for, you can best believe they are looking for a civil war. So this is Second Thessalonians 2 and 3. "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first." And that falling away first was with the Israelites, right? Meaning that we were what? The Romans pushed us out of our land, which is, you see with the small haters over there now that they have, that they not only took the land, they took our nationality as well. As being what? The Most High chose the people. I think you can get that in Luke 21:24. "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." That is Esau, Edom, meaning perdition, meaning destruction. Huh? Esau, Edom, the wicked of the earth, the so-called white man, he is what? Son of perdition, meaning destruction. "Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all things," I'm reading verbatim, "that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God." That's the so-called white man. He have changed every artifact that you can name, and all of the images that the true images of the prophets. He have taken them all of them and recreated the image of himself, and in the image of our people. They will say quick, a so-called black man, black woman, even a Hispanic or Native, they will say, color don't matter. Color don't matter. "Who opposed and exalted himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. These things was what was said and repeated, and in the process of them said, being said in the days of old, these same words are being repeated again in the days of new. By who? The prophets. The prophets are back and reincarnated and what? Back here to do what? To prophesy the downfall of said America. Verse 6 is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 6. And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. Who? Esau Edom. He's being revealed. He's being revealed, and he's being exposed for his witchcraft. You know, the world is for the most part, most of you all are still going to remain ignorant to the overall matter that's going on, and you're not gonna come out of it, because the Heavenly Father don't want you to come out of it. And so, cause why? Because your negative energy that you push forward, when you pushing back against the truth, all you're doing is just justifying you being destroyed during this time. Isaiah 29 and 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord Yahweh, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us? And who knoweth us? Who said that, y'all? You know, the confusion is hey man, it's not confusion for the woke. The true woke, not the woke on the left side, or what they call Democrats. Just notice him. The days that we are in, that we are approaching, and mercy is needed, man. Because when Jacob Trouble go full steam ahead, full steam ahead. Let's see. Esau coming down on what? On the people, and lawlessness is going to be everywhere in full swing, right? Because know this, that at that time, your grace period that you all have, especially you Israelites, it will be up. And it will be time to pay for all your wickedness, which is what? It's death by fire. Yes, death by fire. See, you all are justifying your behavior. You all are really and actually justifying your behavior. Of what? Of the Heavenly Father destroying your butt during this time. Real quick, let's go to. But we as the hopeful elect, what that is, 64. Yeah, Psalm 64 and verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. Who is that? Esau Edom. From what? From the insurrection, meaning within, of the workers of iniquity, who wet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to what? To shoot their arrows, meaning their words. Even what? Bitter words. Verse 4. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Who is the perfect, y'all? Today will be what? The Israelite, which is going to be what? / elect, which is the 1/3. Because the world hates us. Right? The more we bring out truth and use scripture to bring out that truth and give you what? Facts, not lies, because the world teaches you nothing but lies, and most of you all attach yourselves to them lies. Because why? Because you want to remain in this devil's kingdom, and you want this kingdom to what? To further itself. But the Heavenly Father has a cutoff for Esau, Edom, and no one is going to stop that. Especially a bunch of wicked Israelites. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they what? Shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in a what? In a evil matter. They commune, and boy, what could be more evil than what they are planning to right now, which is the New World Order / that MOTB, right? They commune, meaning they gather themselves together of land snares privately, and this is a big snare for a lot of people with what, which is what's creating the division amongst the people. They're gonna play this all the way out until all hell break out. And you fools gonna be slaughtering one another. Commune of land snares privately, meaning even your pastors. Real soon they're gonna have them doing what? Even though they teach you false, even though they're false teachers anyway, and they're teaching them what lies. But they always use them to do what? To push to further the narrative concerning or whatever it is that Esau Edom wants them to push out. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities, meaning sins. They accomplish a diligent search, meaning what? They research evil. Should I say evil snares, with ways of what? To catch you up in we just say that net, which is you being caught up in what or whatever it is that hey, a lot of y'all gonna be doing a lot of ignorant stuff to get yourself locked away, but you're not gonna be locked away in the manner that, and you're not gonna be getting out 2-3 years from now. These people gonna be deleting you behind. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is what? Is deep in researching wickedness. But thy power shall shoot at them with what? With an arrow. Which those arrows today will be, we don't shoot born arrows anymore. Those are going to be missiles. Suddenly shall they what? Be wounded. Esau Edom will and shall be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. Meaning they're doing what? They're actually exposing themselves. They're exposing themselves. And the world is waking up to what? To the wickedness that Esau Edom pushes out in the distraction that he uses. Right? But the one that they're not seeing and not waking up, you're just what? You're just being held him for what? That destruction. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall what? Shall flee away. So these are definitely the time that we're in. Let's go back to Isaiah. And read that. I'm gonna read that. I'm thinking read that again. Then I'm gonna close this out. We're getting late. What it was? 29. That's what it was. Isaiah 29 and 15. Isaiah 29 and 15 again. Woe unto them that seek deep to what? To hide their counsel from the Lord Yahweh, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us, and who knoweth us? Most of the world is blind to what? To what's actually taking place. You have people seeing it, but most of the people are not seeing it, and they're not going to see it, and not going to what? Let's read verse 16, because 16 goes into the confusion. Like Esau is very good at making wrong right, and vice versa, right? Surely your turning of things upside down be esteemed as the potter's clay. And you can what that is, Romans 9, I think 9 and 20, 22 and 21. You can read concerning the potter's clay. Esteemed as what? The potter's clay, for shall the work say of him that made it? The Heavenly Father made all things. But Esau Edom had been in authority, and he had been making food of the people for so long. This devil think that he's even fooling the Heavenly Father. He's gonna make his own birthright. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? So again, most of the world had no understanding concerning the overall of the agenda, why Esau Edom was put here, and in the process, why the Israelites was over here, which is the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives of the land, and their reasons for being here, which is for captivity. And Esau's purpose is to do what? Is for you all to be in the backbone, because Esau Edom is the backbone of the earth, to be over you to what? To give you hell. But in Esau Edom final days in America, no one will be left over him but what? The 1/3 of the children of Israel. And that'll be the end of what? Of said Babylon, which is America. So when that knows they call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rokah Qudash, Shalom.